It's on. Okay, tell me when you're ready.
I got some tea. If you think that recording will help, I'm as ready as I can be.
Let's get to it. Did you find...
I know the next question is about the scenes. In terms of evidence, there is never a sign of a struggle. But there's enough to tell you that it wasn't caused by someone getting lost. In any case, when a hiker is lost off the trail, it's a whole ordeal. To be honest, the scene only makes sense for animals that drag their prey up into the trees. But that doesn't really work with the video. I once saw the remains of a man that got mauled by a bear. He was torn to shreds. Looking over the scene, he aggravated a mother by walking up to the cub trying to take a picture. The scene was hard to look at, but it painted a clear picture. Whatever is taking people, whether it's a cult or something else, it's been opening them up. Finally, had a better reason to close the whole park instead of just the trails.
So the park finally closed after remnants were found on the main trail? I can assume it was due to some weird bureaucracy about the semantics of closing.
The first scene of the first pool of blood was about 2 weeks ago. Due to the fact of there being chunks of flesh in the pool, I sent it to a lab for testing. The rangers thought it was unrelated because supposedly the bears were being more timid lately.
Does that mean the rangers are to blame?
No, they started closing trails immediately. But to keep themselves funded, they looked for the missing people and left minimal staff to keep the other trails organized. It was semantics, but they did what they could. The video, however, was a rude awakening.
Would you mind clearing up the thoughts you have about the videos recovered by Alfred Williams? Along with any theories you may have?
Well, that video only has a small amount to analyze overall. He was grabbed by something that hid in the trees, that much is obvious. When you look at the trees, a black figure can be seen moving away right after the man is grabbed. It seems as if either one of the more aggressive bears learned to ambush from tree branches, or we're dealing with one or more serial killers. The current point, it's been sent out that we're no longer allowed to permit anyone to go inside, after we had lost contact with some of the volunteers.
So the park is fully closed off to everyone. Then what is the plan going forward?
At this point, after the brass found more evidence 12 days ago, we've been told to wait for the military.
So the threat is much worse than anyone thought. Does that mean that it brings credence to the theory of a cult, or could it be something worse?
I doubt a group of people could be capable of destroying an RV in a manner that makes it split open and partially crushed in the center.
How many people were camping out when the RV was attacked?
It was just them. The disappearances seemed to have spooked off most people who would be camping there.
So what exactly happened to the group inside said RV?
To be honest, I can't divulge the information I have, nor do I want to.
Is there any way to get permission to go into the park?
Are you fucking... Do you really think, A, this is a matter for your concern, or B, can you even do anything about it? I understand you and your friend are fascinated with these sorts of events. But this is not something you can reasonably do anything about. If you want to throw your lives away, I will have you arrested.
I understand it isn't optimal, but you know we investigate weird events. Even if we do plan to go out there, we take utmost care in preparations.
I'll see what I can do to copy the photos from the scenes and that video. Moving forward, write down where you're staying and I'll be there tonight. Now, turn that off and get out.